Hello everyone, my name's Alex and I'm a physiotherapist for Physio Function, and I'm going to be taking this level 1 different strengths exercise class today. So for those of you who are new here, level 1 classes are designed for individuals who may not have any movement in their affected arm or leg. It is a seated class, so there's no standing at all in this class. Please be aware though, it is a requirement that you have someone there available to assist you as needed. So today we are going to be doing an upper body strengthening class. So for the next 3 weeks, we're going to be focusing on our upper body. We are going to be doing a general warm-up to start with, and then we are going to move into a circuit of exercises focusing on strengthening our shoulders, our biceps, our arms in general. If you have no movement in your affected arm, there will be options for you to be able to do assisted movements. Or please, if you would feel free, if you'd like to focus partly on just strengthening your unaffected side, you can do so. You can do a bit of a mixture, whatever's up to you. Okay. I will be using some weights for this class, so I've just got a drink bottle I'm going to be using. You could use a hand weight or a light hand weight or a can of food or something like that as a weight, or you could just do it without. So completely up to you. Pick something that's going to challenge you, but is achievable. So let's get started. Sitting nice and tall in your chair with your feet on the floor. Try and think about getting some nice equal weight through your sit bones and through your feet. Big shoulder roll backwards. Find that lovely alignment and posture, sitting nice and tall, back away from the chair if you can, or lightening the pressure through your back. Let's do some shoulder rolls up, back and around to start. Really starting to think about bringing some blood flow to the area, getting our shoulders loosened up and ready for the exercise class. Really nice, big rolls. Just moving as much as you can on that affected side. Good. You could always hold your hands and try and get your elbows involved if that's available. If you're trying to make a bit of a circle with your hands and your elbows at the side, drawing those circles. Good. And let's relax and move your hands onto your right knee. Turn to look over your right shoulder, rotating from your waist. If it's available to you, you could reach that right arm around, following with your head. Big breath here. Hand back to your knee. Move your hand to the left knee. Turn to look over your left shoulder. Option to bring that left arm around. Back to the middle. Turn back to center. Hands on the right knee. Turn to look over that right shoulder. Option to bring that right arm back. Really think about opening your chest here. Okay, it's not about how far you go, it's just about feeling that opening out of chest, that gentle stretching your back. Back to the middle, hands to the left knee. Turn to look over the left shoulder. Feel that rotation at your waist. You're not pulling, we're really trying to use those tummy muscles. Reaching that arm back and around. Hold it there. And then back to the middle, okay? Next one we're going to do, let's relax our arms down by our side. Reach that right arm down towards the floor, lifting those left ribs up and away from your hips and your pelvis. Back to the middle, okay? You can always hold on with your arms as well if your balance is not so good. So make sure you're staying nice and safe. It's all controlled and it doesn't have to be a big movement. Reach that left arm down to the ground. Now think about lifting those ribs away from your hips. Back to the middle. Down to the right. Peel those ribs up and away from your hip bones. Creating some space in that side body. Back to the middle. Left arm down, reach, lift those right ribs away from your hips or away from your pelvis. This is a lovely opening stretch. Especially if we're sat a lot, we can get quite tight and congested in our side body. Let's do one more each way, right arm down, reach, lifting those left ribs up, really creating that length in that side body. Let your neck relax. Back up, lovely, one more. Reaching down to the left. And back up, well done. Okay, next one we're going to do is we're going to do some arm lifts. So hands together, we're going to reach those arms forward and pull those elbows back, squeeze shoulders back together. Reach those arms forward and back. Now, if you've got a lot of weakness in your effective side, you could have someone gently helping you, supporting underneath that elbow. And pull back, lovely. Reach forward and pull back, really nice. And back. Forward and back, lovely guys. This time we're going to reach forward and we're going to try and lift a little bit. And back down. Okay, you're only lifting as high as comfortable for you. And down. Good, let's do a few more here. Reach forward and up. And down. Two more, forward and up. And down. Last one, forward and up. And down. Fantastic. Let's start by doing some marching now. Okay, marching those legs, swinging those arms as much as you can. Trying to maintain that upright posture. Feel those tummy muscles working. Lovely guys, keep it going. Awesome. Really good. And if you can, let's tap those heels. Moving as much as you can. If you're not managing to tap, just trying to do as much of the movement as you can, even if you're just marginally lifting your leg. Okay, if we can, we're going to do some side movements, side steps. Move my bottle. We're kicking it over in the legs. Again, just moving as much as you can. Good. And relax. Okay, we're going to go into our circuit now. So we are going to be doing 5 exercises. We're going to work for 45 seconds per exercise, and we're going to do the circuit twice. That is the aim. So get yourself a drink if you need one. If you're going to be using hand weights, then you can have them nearby. Remember, that is completely optional to you. Okay, so I'm going to use my drink bottles. The first one we're going to be doing is a chest press. So you can sit back or sit nice and upright in your chair. Okay, think about really drawing in those tummy muscles. Now, if you are wanting to work purely on your affected side, we're going to be doing this forward reaching motion. Now you could hold something if that's available to you to add a bit of extra challenge. You could, if you wanted to, just work on that movement if you have something there. If not, you can hold, or other options rather, you could hold a weight between your hands and press forward. Or you could just have no weight and hands clasped and reaching forward. Okay, we're working on these chest muscles, that forward reaching motion. Okay, but remember, if you want to just focus, if you've got some movement in that effector side and you really want to work on that, then I would support or have your assistant, you could have your assistant support your arm if you wanted to work both at the same time. So your assistant supporting and guiding that movement forward while you're then focusing on doing both arms together. Okay, lots of options. So we're going to wait for 45 seconds and then we are going to have rest between. Just going to get my stopwatch ready. Okay, so pick your option. Okay, sit nice and tall. And we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, off you go. So remember, we could be here, chest pressing. Trying to really work on straightening those elbows, pushing forward. So you should feel this in your chest. Again, you could be doing this without your weight. Just reaching those arms forward. Or we could just be working on the affected side, reaching the shoulders straight forward. Lots of options, basically. Good. Well done, guys. Keep it going. And rest. Fantastic. So while we're resting, the next one we're going to be doing, okay, is one for the muscles at the back of our body, so around our shoulder blades. We are going to be squeezing our shoulder blades back together and then reaching our arms back with our palms facing forward. And relax. Shoulder blades squeeze back, arms go back, palms facing forward. Again, you're just doing as much as you can on your affected side. It could be your affected side if you have minimal movement, that you have it supported, and you're just really working on that shoulder blade squeezing part. Okay? So we're going to go for 45 seconds. Off we go. Squeeze back. Arms extend, palms forward, and then relax. Shoulder blades squeeze gently back and down to your back pockets. Arms come back. Maintain that lovely posture. Shoulder blades back, arms extend. Good. Relax. Shoulders back, arms extend. Feel that activity around your shoulder blades. Squeeze shoulder blades back together, arms extend. Awesome. Keep it going. Shoulder blades back, arms extend. Good. And relax. Awesome. Okay, 45 seconds goes quick. The next one we're going to do is a shoulder press. So again, various options for you. If you struggle and have minimal movement in your affected arm, you could just focus here, holding your hand weight if you want, on your unaffected side, pressing up and overhead. Okay, if you wanted to then work on your affected side, we could be assisting the movement up. Okay, again, with or without a hand weight, depending on how much movement you have. Okay, and working alternate sides. All right, if you wanted to do one of each, then at the second round, you could just work the other side. Okay, so pick whichever one you would like to work on, and we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Remember, if you have the movement, you could do both arms together, or you could be having your assistant help you with the movement on your affected side, and you could be doing the other side at the same time, working on that symmetry. Okay, or we could just be working on one side here. Again, then doing the other side on the other side the next time, depending on what your goals are for the session. Awesome. Pushing overhead, working these muscles in the shoulders. Think about if you're trying to reach for something up high. Just strengthening the muscles in your arm, your shoulder. That will help you with things like that. Good. Try and stay nice and upright here. And rest. Fantastic. Okay. The next one we're going to be doing is working on the muscles at the back of our arm, so our triceps. So this movement, I'm going to turn to the side to show you. Okay, now you could do one arm here at a time, or you could do them together. You're sitting nice and tall. Option, if you can, you're going to lean forward ever so slightly. You can use your other arm to support you. You're going to be thinking about rowing that elbow back and then straightening it. bend and relax. So we're thinking about pulling that elbow back and trying to straighten it. If that's too much, if you've got some movement on that effective side, just try as much as you can to be rowing back straight, or just rowing. You could even just do it here, row and straighten, okay? Be nice and upright. If you want to add the extra resistance, or if you're just purely working on your unaffected side, or if you want to do both together but want some weight on your unaffected side, again, we're thinking about rowing and extending, so working on those triceps. So we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, off we go. So we're rowing and extending. Now again, you could be working both arms together. You don't have to be leaning forward. You could be sitting nice and upright, which is really focusing on those triceps, that kickback part. So we're pulling elbows back, straightening those elbows. Feel that energy in your tricep muscles. Okay, with or without weights. Or you could be doing one arm and then doing the other arm the next round. Lovely, guys. Pull back and straighten. Awesome. Good, keep it going. And finish there. Lovely. Last one in the circuit before we go back to the top. Okay, it is a clean and press. So, sitting tall in your chair, again, option, with or without weights. I'll show you one arm with, one arm without. Okay, we're going to be curling our bicep. So we're bringing those hands to the shoulder, and then if you can, we're pushing up and overhead. So again, option, you could just be focusing on your unaffected side if you have little to no movement in your affected side. Or you could do one per side, so this round and then do the other side the other round. Or we could be here focusing on your affected side. Bending and lift. Doesn't have to be high. You could even just be focusing on that bicep curl if you want to. So pick what you would like to work on. It's always good in any of these classes to work on your affected side as much as you can. But if you're really just wanting to get a good workout and you're going to be doing separate exercises for your affected arm, then you could always have the option of working your unaffected side. Okay, so let's go. 45 seconds. I'm going to show you one arm with, one arm without the weight, okay, which is an option you could be doing for your unaffected and affected side. Off we go. So curl and press. Remember, if you don't want to do the press part, you could just be here working on that curl, okay? If you want to just work on that curl, you could even just have that hand weight in the middle, working here, okay? So options of whatever you would like to do, okay? Or if you want to, curl and press. Lovely. Awesome work. Nice one, guys. Nearly there. Good. Last one. Fantastic. Okay. We're going back to the start. So we're going back to that chest press. So remember, if you did one side the first time, you can then do the other side this time. Or we could be hands in front reaching ahead. Okay, whichever one you would like to do. We could be having both weights, depending on what your ability is and what you're working on. Okay, so when we're ready, off we go. We're doing that forward reach, sitting nice and tall. Reach and back. Remember, hold that weight if you want to, for that extra bit of resistance. Okay, or if you've got the ability, let's try just reaching forward here, forward and back. So really, with your affected side, you're only helping it as much as it needs it, not too much. If you've got the movement there, try and use it. Do what you can with the movement you've got, and then just assist where it's needed. Assist for that last little bit. Awesome, guys. Well done. And rest. Fantastic. We're going next into that shoulder blade. So squeezing that shoulder blades back.
Arms come back behind you, palms facing forward, working on that back body again. So we've just worked the front body, we're now working the back body around by our shoulder blades. Okay, so in short rests, we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Squeeze shoulder blades back, palms forward, reach those arms back. Feel that connection around your shoulder blades. Good, shoulder blades back, arms extend. Fantastic. Shoulder blades back, arms extend. Good. Really feel those muscles working around your shoulder blades. Remember, you're doing as much as you can on your affected side. Even thinking about the movement is beneficial. That motor imagery, mental rehearsal. Good, trying to strengthen those connections from your brain to your muscles. Squeeze shoulder blades back, reach arms back behind you. And relax. Lovely, get yourselves a drink if you need one. We're gonna go into shoulder presses. So if you did one arm last time, I want you to do the other arm this time. I can't remember which one I did. I think I was demonstrating all sorts of things. So if you want, if you did your unaffected side last time, then you could just do your affected, assisting the movement. Like, it doesn't even have to be high. You could just be reaching a little bit up here, okay? Or if you just want to focus on your affected side, then do it again. Perfect. So we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, reaching up. Now remember as well, your assistant could help you with this. If you're supporting your elbow, they could support just up here with the wrist and just guide the movement. So we're never pulling or yanking on the arm. We're just thinking about reaching up and overhead. Remember, if the movement's available to you, you could be doing this with both arms, reaching just as high as you can do, with or without your hand weights. Okay? Lovely, guys. Over halfway with this one, or halfway through the second circuit. Awesome work. Good. And rest. Awesome. Again, grab yourselves a drink if you need one. Luckily, well, it's going to mean my weight goes down, but yeah, maybe don't be, well, it'll make it progressively easier for you if you've got water bottles and you drink out of them throughout the session. Just make sure if you've got 2, you evenly do it. Okay, the next one we're going to be doing is that row and kickback. So we're pulling and then straightening those elbows. So from the side, if you remember, it's row back and straighten. So remember, you could be doing one side. Okay, so the opposite side if you did one last time, or you could do both together, with or without your hand weights. I'm going to show you the option of with this time. Okay, off we go. We're rowing and straightening. So this is a really nice one for these tricep muscles, the muscles at the back of your arm, which are partly responsible for straightening your elbow. That's their main thing. Good. And it's the muscles at the back here that tend to be quite weak in a lot of people. So these are the ones that we really want to try and focus on strengthening. Awesome. Keep it going. Nice and strong. Last push. Got one exercise left after this, and then we're cooling down. Really nice, guys. And rest. Okay. Remembering these last ones, we've got the clean and press. So you could have, if you've got the movement, we could be doing the full movement here. Okay, hands could be together. You could just be focusing on one side. Your affected side, you could be assisting the movement, or you could just be focusing on the bicep count. Okay, so lots of options for you. I'm going to show you the full kit and caboodle this time. Okay, so ready? We're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. We're curling and pressing. Sitting nice and tall. Again, you're reaching your arms up just as far as you can. Okay, remember, nothing should be painful. Everything's within the available ranges that you have. Really nice. Lovely, guys. That's it. Keep it going. Keep working. You're doing great. Awesome. Cleaning and pressing. That's it. Keep it going. Final push. Have your motivational music on in the background. And relax. Well done. Place your weights if you've got them to the side. Grab yourselves a drink. And that's the end of our upper body circuit. Well done. So we're going to do a short cool down now, just stretching out our arm muscles since we've worked them so hard. So again, sitting nice and tall in your chair. Let's hold your hands together and reach them forward. They could be on your lap. Really round those shoulders. Like feel those shoulder blades moving away from one another. Option to drop your head down and feel that stretch across your upper back. Take some nice big breaths in and out here. Good. And then this time, let's slide our hands back as far as we can. If you've got it available to you, you can pop your hands to the base of your back and then squeeze those shoulder blades back together to feel a stretch across your chest. Nice big breaths in and out here. And then relax those hands down. Let's take our hands together. Trying to get those palms together if you can in front. And we're going to bring those hands down to prayer center, feeling a stretch down those wrists or down your forearms into your hand. You're only going as far as you can here, okay? You're just going to hold that there. Lovely, guys. Relax those arms down. Going to lift your affected arm up just as far as you can do. Holding for a stretch. You could have your assistant helping you here. If it's available to you, you could bend that elbow to feel a stretch in that muscle at the back of your arm. Again, you're only working with what's available. You're never pulling on your shoulder, forcing a movement. The shoulder is very delicate, it's very supported, it's supported by a lot of muscles. So you definitely, especially if there's weakness there, you don't want to be pulling, never ever want to pull on a shoulder. Risk of injuring it. So everything's gentle, moving within your limits. Lovely. And let's go for your other arm, reaching it up and overhead if you can. Option to drop that hand down. Your assistant could help you hold it there. I want you to try and stay nice and tall as well. Try not to be slumped with any of these. And rest. Nice big shoulder rolls backwards. Really getting everything feeling nice and loose. It should be nice and warm now anyway. Well done, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for this level 1 different strokes exercise class. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have and you've done the class, give us a thumbs up. Remember, if you have any feedback or comments, please leave them below. Or you can always send a message to the Different Strokes Facebook group. We are going to be continuing on with our upper body strength next week. So we're doing that for 3 weeks and then we'll move on to some lower body strength. So we always recommend doing at least another 2 to 4 classes per week to really get the most out of it. Because remember, moving a little bit each day is really, really great for your optimal health and well-being. So these are a lovely way of providing a bit of variety into your exercise routines. Remember, there's loads of other classes on the YouTube page and Facebook page for Different Strokes. So check them out. There's a good backlog of them now because we've been going for, I'm pretty sure, like over a year now. So, so there's loads of classes for you to choose from, so you shouldn't run out of variety. Have a lovely week, guys. Take care, and I will see you all again next week. Bye.